When I survey teachers about their confidence with various aspects of teaching and music, technique is one of the biggest areas of insecurities that comes up. Teachers tend to worry that they're not doing it right, that they don't know enough, or that they don't have good enough technique themselves in their own playing. We need to turn the tide on this. Now, there are so many schools of thought out there, and this is part of the reason for all these insecurities. There are so many different methods, schools of thought, training programs for technique, and I'm not invalidating or validating any of those. If you dig down to the core of most modern technique approaches and go back to the basics of what they're talking about, it actually comes down to a few simple foundational things. And then the complexities arrive from there. Now, it can get a lot more complicated later, but in this video, I just want to bring us back to those basics that actually most people agree on, because they're simple, easy to understand, and in reality, for our students, they do most of the work. So the first basic that we've come to over the last few decades, I would say, in the piano pedagogy world is to start with one finger first. Now, the debate is on for how long you do that for, but when we start playing, at least, let's say at least for the first lesson, with one finger only, moving around the piano, it makes us start from arm weight first, as in using our whole arm to play. And it avoids starting the foundations of piano from we're using our fingers, because that's where we get the ugly example I showed at the start of this video. The second foundational element, non-legato first. This goes together with that, but even when we go to using a proper hand shape and multiple fingers, we're using non-legato playing for a good while before we introduce legato. Again, most modern forward-thinking schools of thought on technique agree on this. And you can debate me in the comments all you want, but I'm trying to give simple answers here. So non-legato comes first, and we establish our arm weight, using our arm to play, using a nice hand shape, using strong fingertips from that. From here, we develop two slurs, or short legato phrases. So a slur with a down-up motion, or just connecting the notes, short legato phrases, 2-3 note slurs, maybe a 5-finger exercise, but not extended legato like a full scale. From there, we might be ready to introduce staccato. So we've gone non-legato for as long as we need to, legato in short phrases, staccato. And then we review and repeat those in different ways as much as we need to. Now, even if you disagree with me on some of that progression, I really don't care. You do you, and I don't think you are wrong or doing a horrible disservice to your students, okay? I'm not in that camp. However, I think there's one thing we can all agree on, and actually will solve most of your questions about technique. You ready? Watch for tension and work to resolve it. That's really what we're talking about most of the time. We pay attention to our students. If they are showing that they're playing with tension, or you might use another word for that, but basically it comes back to that idea of tension, constriction, tightness. If they're playing with that in their shoulders, in their fingers, in their arms, in their head, wherever, then we need to find a way to release it. That's it. I wanted to keep this incredibly simple, so I think that's the foundation of teaching good technique to students in the beginning stages. And from there, there's many pathways you can take, and I think there are many, many correct options there. There's not one true right answer. But those are just my thoughts on technique based on the experience I've had with my own students and the research I've done into various different methods. I would love to hear how you teach technique in the comments.